Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sam G, and finally, I reached the last book of the series, The Adventure Burner. So, this is my last review before I receive the codex in August or September. So, I wanted to finish the series before I get to review the codex as the final, gold edition book. So, this is The Adventure Burner. This is book 5 in the Burning Wheel series. It is my favorite of the bunch. It is a rare book. It is really hard to find, and it is not a rule book. It is a complement. It's really hard to explain. The first time I encountered this book, I was amazed. I've read about it online. It was really hard to find. I thank Andre C. Martinez and Rodney from Puerto Rico to help me find this book online. It was really hard, and when the first time I encountered this book, I was really fascinated by it because it's an essay on RPG. Basically, it's a commentary on how to play Burning Wheel. So it is not a game master's guide. It is not a bunch of adventure or a bunch of character. It is really like section by section. This book is divided section by section into concepts, and all the concepts are covered in the rule book, the core book, but they are extensively commented. Upon the years of playing, the people have been playing the game and they got experience with the rules, and they give further comments on how to utilize these rules, and this is what this book is about. So obviously what you're gonna get in this book, you're gonna get characters. They give you so basically you have, here's the table of content. I can't seem to really focus well. It's really annoying, but Jesus Christ. All right, so you have so since I cannot read you the table of content, I'm gonna tell you what it is. You have the Crucible, and it's written Adventure Wanted, and you have how many characters there is. I'm so bad at this. I don't come prepared into these. You should know by now how many characters there is in this game, in this book. 50, 100? How much they gave me? How much they gave us? I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry. All right, so there is a bunch of character. I would say 50, like 50 characters or something like that. There's a whole lot of characters. These are all characters. So what they do is they provide 9 adventure hook, but they are specifically designed to fit the Burning Wheel system. So it is not like system agnostic kind of thing where, oh, here's a couple hook you can use in D&D or something. Obviously you can use them in other games like D&D or whatever, but the idea here is that they provide you with 9 adventure hooks to help you organize a campaign using the Burning Wheel engine with the beliefs and the bits, the instincts and the threats. So they teach you how to start a Burning Wheel game according to the fact that the character are gonna have beliefs. It's really hard for me to say it in English. My English is getting bad since I don't vlog as often, but it is what it is. It's like okay, so you're gonna have maybe 4 characters. They're gonna have 3 beliefs, a couple instincts and threats. You should start a game like this, and then they give you 9 examples of that, and then they give you 50. I think it's 50. Is it written in the back? Tell me. 42 sample character that you can that have been created to fit these 9 hooks. Then at the beginning you have the classic, the sword scenario. So this is interesting. They give you 3 different kind of adventure to create one shots kind of thing. So they give you one, because the Burning Wheel can start in many ways. One example they give you is an adventure that starts with a premise. It's just a sentence. It's like a short paragraph, and it says, okay, so you've been traveling down these catacombs. The rodent guide opens the door, and there's the sword. Go. So it's just, you can start an epic Burning Wheel game with just the premise. So they teach you how to do that with the sword. So it's the one-shot scenario, really interesting scenario. It's classic. It's online. You can find it. You can see Luke Crane GMing it. It's in there. You have another way of playing the game. It's with micro dungeon, and they give you a really nice. This one I will show you because I really like it. It is an adventure that is set in a micro dungeon, and the idea is that they draw like a 3D, just a small map like that. And I tried it once. I started an epic with it for my girlfriend, and so there's just this little map, and it says, okay, so go in there and have fun, and then you have a 3D map. You have different ways to go across it, and it explains a little bit how to use it. So how to play a Burning Wheel game from a map. So they teach you how to do that in that book, and they also teach you with a module. So Trouble in Ocean is more module-like. So it is not a map necessarily. There is a small drawing, but it's not like the micro dungeon. So you have like a modular way of playing Burning Wheel. Show you how. There's one. A one-shot premise, no information kind of thing. There's one with the sword, and you have the T-Lon's Rift, which is the micro dungeon. So playing Burning Wheel from a map kind of thing. So they teach you how to do that. So this is the content in terms of just, you know, goods you get in this book. Then at the end, there's a rule appendix. There's a rule appendix at the end where they give a little variations on the core rules. You know, maybe extended rules as well on how to do things. And really interesting if you want to play the game more violently, more greedily, more deadly and all that. They show you, they give you different rules to do that. They expand on some little, just little stuff. I mean, it's really bloody rules. It's really like really short. It's just the end like that. But that being said, it's to show you how this book is not about that. This book is about commentaries. And now, if I look at the table of content, commentary section, you have all these sections here, and all these sections are Burning Wheel concepts. So they have commentaries on table behavior, running a game, situations, setting, antagonists, how to create antagonists for Burning Wheel, you know, how to create beliefs, instinct. They explain the Arta cycle, commentaries on traits, advancement, practice, intense, obstacle, health, link test, all that, circles, let it ride principle, duel of wits, all the subsystems, etc. on magic, on monsters and all that. And basically I think if I remember correctly, some of these the content of these commentaries are from the forums. You know, like the Burning Wheel at Quarter forums are really great. It's a place where you go, you ask questions, you read about stuff for any of their games, and the people at the Burning Wheel at Quarter are online and they answer you. So and some of the burner as well, like the people from the community, they answer your question as well. And everybody chime in, and you get really fast answer within 24 hours. That it's really fast. Sometimes it's Thor or Luke that give you an answer, and you get exactly what you need. One day I wanted to have a sling for my rodent druid I was creating, and there was no sling, no stats for the sling. So I asked, what do you guys think about a sling? How should I stat my sling? And Luke answered me in like, I think it was like 2 hours. Boom, I got an answer, and I got the stat for the sling. I was like, perfect, from the designer himself, you know. And so the Adventure Burner is basically the commentaries in this book. I think that some of them comes from stuff that has been written in the forums, and they wanted to summarize them in there, and that's basically what you get. And honestly, when I first started when I was reading Burning Wheel Gold, and I was starting to play, I was a little lost, you know. Obviously, some stuff I didn't understand. I was not able to, you know, to fully grasp how to use some of these rules. Because the thing with Burning Wheel, sometimes you understand the rule, but you don't know how to use it, because there's many ways to use it. So you go by the rules, but there is ways of going by the rules. So you play by the rules, but there's many different ways. It's two different levels. And this book definitely helped me go further and deeper into, you know, how to utilize these rules, and just to how to play the game, how to go about that system, the philosophy. It's really like it's a book about, here's the philosophy of the Burning Wheel. This is how you should play, right? So you have the core book that tells you what to do, and you have the Adventure Burner that tells you how to do it. Now, in terms of, you know, negative aspect of this book, I mean, it's obviously yes, I'm a fanboy. What can I say? Maybe more bloody rules, you know, maybe a bigger section about bloody rules at the end. Maybe a better section about magic, but there's a magic burner that did it already, so that's why the magic section is so short. Range and cover is my pet peeve in Burning Wheel, and I'm not alone. Maybe a better section, longer section about range and cover, more detail. Same with fight. Maybe bigger sections for the conflict. Fight and range and cover needs more explanation anyway, because it's so deep. There's so many things you can do. That I would say. Other than that, I mean, the healing wound, the healing, the health mechanic, the healing mechanic. Maybe more about that as well, because it's not clear in the gold. So anyway, that's my main thing, I would say. Like, but otherwise, it's a nice book. It's an amazing compliment. Now, the good news, the sad news is, it's really hard to find and it's really expensive. But the good news is that some of its content is coming into the codex, and that is for the revised edition, but the codex is for the gold edition. So the good news is that the Burning Wheel Codex will do pretty much what this does, but adding the Monster Burner and adding the Magic Burner all together into the codex, updated and revised, streamlined for the gold edition. So I would wait for the codex, obviously. So anyway, this is my Adventure Burner review, the last one from the revised edition series, and I'll see you guys again for the codex in August or September. Thank you for watching.